I don't know about you guys, but these latest Amazon specials are just a little bit too woke for me. As Big Mike brings new meeting to Predator. All of this as there is now a full-on war and conflict happening between Amazon and this Trump administration, and it looks like Amazon is losing. Who would have thunk it that the same private company that holds all the hard drives and online clouds for the CIA somehow doesn't like Donald Trump and is at odds with him, especially with the tariff war that is now unfolding with its biggest kind of ally, China, as there's some very interesting CIA Amazon connections to China that we're going to be exploring in this particular video. All of this as the war of words has unfolded, and in the making of this video, Amazon stock is, quote, getting obliterated as the White House announced that Amazon was thinking about displaying tariff prices next to its product. Now, I have a more of a nuanced kind of perspective here on this that I'll be telling you guys here in a little bit. But Donald Trump saying, you know what, this is war. This is hostile and political and aggressive, made by the bald man with the wiener rocket. That guy. Bad guy. As now the conversation is coming full circle as the White House, whose spokesperson just went on a tear after Donald Trump personally talked to her, as Carolyn Levitt had this to say to the nation that, of course, is making the stock of Amazon go down as dramatically as it is right now.
I will take this since I just got off the phone with the president about Amazon's announcement. This is a hostile and political act by Amazon. Why didn't Amazon do this when the Biden administration hiked inflation to the highest level in 40 years? And I would also add that it's not a surprise because, as Reuters recently wrote, Amazon has partnered with a Chinese propaganda arm. So this is another reason why Americans should buy American. It's another reason why we are onshoring critical supply chains here at home to shore up our own critical supply chain and boost our own manufacturing here.
Is Jeff Bezos still?
Okay, that's a lot there, specifically with the Chi-Com accusations, which we're going to be talking about here in a little bit. But this is the kind of talking points from the right and on Fox News saying, you know, Biden created huge amounts of inflation. He did. He wrecked the economy. He was printing money left and right. He was giving it out like a madman and absolutely wasting it away on some of the most ridiculous, idiotic policies on the face of this earth. Yes, 100%. There's no real way to calculate that. You know, you can't. Amazon can't be like, yeah, Biden inflation. This is how much it costs. That would be a little bit more overt here. I personally, if my prices of the products I'm buying are being affected by tariffs, I want to know. As Jeremy here from the Quartering makes a good post saying, people are looking at this Amazon displaying tariff thing all wrong. I view it as insanely helpful tool provided by them to make sure I don't buy cheap Chinese crap. I wish more sites would do this. And as a consumer, yeah, I want to know that. I also want to know, where's it coming from? How much are you guys paying for it? And how much are you upselling me for it? Hold on, wait a minute. But that, of course, is not very capitalistic there, to say the least. But in general, this was a kind of political motivated move, especially what was happening yesterday, as many Democrats, as many liberals, as many people a part of the woke brigade came out and said, look, the cheap Chinese stuff I buy on Temu, they now just started showing their tariff prices and how much we're affected by them. Yeah, that's what's happening here. And there's a longer and bigger strategy here that Donald Trump is doing that I absolutely agree with. Now, consumer, I want to know where all the prices, where all my money's going. I want to know exactly where my products are being made. The more I know, I want to be an informed consumer. Sadly, a lot of us aren't informed. Was this political? I believe so, even though I still believe in the policy that would want to, of course, give us as much information as we can, as now Amazon is denying planning to publish the tariff costs on their main website after this whole kerfuffle that has led to the stock market just price going down pretty dramatically. Now, it's pretty fair to say that they're kind of capitulating here because there is a Bud Light effect. There is a bunch of fervent right-wingers and individuals who are saying, you know what? Yeah, we'll boycott. We won't buy your stuff, just like we did with many other corporations out there. As the left now previously used to boycott and destroy businesses because of their political ideology, and the right said, you know what? Hold the Bud Light there, Karen, because we're gonna go after those corporate sales as well. And this is, I think, a little bit of a perfect representation of what exactly happened today here, as people are saying Amazon effed around and found out. Now, personally, a lot of questions now are kind of emerging about Amazon. Like, hey, let's talk about some of the profit margins. Hey, let's talk about some of your tax havens. Hey, let's talk about how, vast majority of your goods are coming from China, as even Walmart of all corporations right now, during this key moment in time, is actually implementing a very interesting policy to help out American businesses, which I actually think is pretty awesome. You know what else is really awesome? This American-made company and business that you could invest in by signing up to lookunfiltered.com. As, of course, we are fully owned and operated independently. A lot of big people just sell out. Listen, what you get is what you see here. We're not the best. We don't have the best. I'm still trying to figure out the audio for this freaking thing. Again, mom and pop, low level. I need some help. You guys could help me. You guys could help upgrade everything we're doing here by signing up to lookunfiltered.com. You could sign up for whatever you could afford, and then I try to do as much cool things as I can for you. 13 plus years of exclusive videos centered around helping you become the best, strongest version of yourself. 3 master classes, a place where we could all talk to each other on Telegram. I'm talking to all the members on Telegram right now. You want to talk to me directly, that's exactly where you could talk to me right now, as well as a range day that we're doing this Sunday, May 4th, 1 p.m. here in South Florida. One of the most challenging and fun things you will ever experience in your life, with some of the best instructors working with you one-on-one. I will be taking the class with you. It's fun, and it's one of the perks, one of the benefits of signing up to lookunfiltered.com and getting to do this class with me, which is going to be some next level type of fun that you can't get anywhere else. Again, very unique type of experiences here, as of course we literally go on nature hikes. All right, it's fun. It's a way of building community. It's a way of connecting people. Sign up right now, lookunfiltered.com, and I will see you there afterwards, as you are supporting an American business and not a Chi-Com business as Walmart. Even Walmart. I mean, Walmart isn't known for helping out American businesses. Let's just be real with ourselves. But Walmart just announced that they will be expanding support for American-made products. Yes, Axios is reporting that Walmart is now saying that their goal is to make it easier for U.S.-based entrepreneurs to navigate the complexities of retail and bring their products to a national stage. Quote, we anticipate thousands of small businesses will take advantage of these free resources over the coming years. John Furner, Walmart U.S. president and CEO, told Axios. As this is kind of a little bit of a different response here from Amazon, as I think Amazon, strategically could have been like, hey, these are actually American-made, tariff-free products, and that kind of marketing, that kind of initiative would be kind of playing ball with what Donald Trump is doing here, which I think is trying to spur up American manufacturing. Now, there's a lot of misnomers about American manufacturing. I know we've seen a lot of Chinese AI videos of fat Americans working at the factories. That's not the reality of the situation. Most manufacturing now is robotics. And with technology and robotics and artificial intelligence becoming as powerful as they are, the companies that control manufacturing won't need to hire a lot of people to do the dirty work, because robots will be doing all the dirty work for them. Now, who will control those robots? Who will control the means of production? Who will be creating the products that the world will be purchasing and buying? Not America. Not under these policies. Of course, we were buying and propping up China. a country that, let's just be real with ourselves here, doesn't have the best track record within the last few years, especially after 2021 here, okay? After they closed it down, domestic airspace, but allowed international airspace just from Wuhan all over the world, specifically to Italy, where they had a lot of made-in-Italy products made by Chinese workers that were literally flown over there and put in Chinese-controlled factories under Chinese jurisdiction that the Italians were able to say, look, we still make products. Yeah. Made in Italy, baby. Look at that. Whoa. And it was actually made by a Chinese factory with Chinese workers, not in China, just technically under Chinese jurisdiction, but in the physical land of Italy. That's why Italy had to deal with the coup as significantly as they did, because there was massive flights back and forth between Italy and Wuhan. Well, who would have thought? As the allegation against Jeff Bezos here are pretty big here, as now we have this Reuters article from December 17th, 2021, describing how Amazon partnered with a Chinese propaganda arm. As I actually found the article here, as a lot of this has to do with marketing for a collection of the Chinese president's speeches and writings. As the short and sweet of it is that Amazon actually boosted its business in China by blocking reviews on books by Xi Jinping and following, quote, Communist Party edicts. Now, what are Communist Party edicts? Well, I'm not a big fan of communism, central top-down control. And I would say that there's a lot of people that have been victimized by communism, okay? But don't you dare say that. You're violating the edicts. You're violating the China edicts. How dare you? As Business Insider has the short and sweet of it, saying Amazon worked with the Chinese government to restrict reviews or on text by the Communist Party leader. Reuters revealed that this is part of the U.S. e-commerce giant's mission to expand its reach in China. They created the portal China's Books, a partnership with the Chinese government to sell approved literature. And again, this is not the first time we saw American major corporations just bend the knee over in China, as a lot of them have conducted some very nefarious activities, all in order to get in bed with the Chinese government. As some people estimate that about 70% of all products on Amazon are actually made in China. And if you look at this trade tariff war between China and the United States, things aren't looking too good for companies like Amazon that I would argue had it too good for too long. And if you look at what happened with China and the CIA and 2021, who was one of the biggest kind of winners of all that? A lot of the tech billionaires. A lot of people at Amazon that benefited greatly off of lockdowns, off of restrictions, off of people being arrested for going to parks and beaches. They had to sit home and watch and had to watch their Amazon Predator specials, which they so loved to be blinded and consumed by. I'll play the full clip there in just a little bit here. But there's also other things at play here, as some people would even virtue down the rabbit hole and say, wait, hold on. The CIA worked with China to develop gain-of-function research inside of Wuhan that was responsible now, according even to this Trump administration, even according to the official website now, the official government website. Oh, this sickness came from the lab leak that the CIA, the Bat Lady, Echo Health Alliance, Peter Daszak, Dr. Fauci, all were working with China on. Then some people say they had lax security and it was an accident, that all of this just kind of came out there onto the world stage. But as we know, Amazon also works with China very closely. But they also work with the CIA very closely. And they also work on censorship very closely, as they're working on encryption type of technology that will be getting rid of people's privacy. And that's the type of stuff that they're working to crack. As, of course, Amazon also was the first to drop Parler, the Donald Trump social media aligned company that was giving him a voice after Donald Trump was censored on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Google. People forget this. Like, it was not so long ago where Donald Trump literally couldn't have a political voice in this country, and he was denied the ability to speak to people. We were on YouTube and we played a clip of him. We got hit. We're like, oh, how dare you play a clip of Donald Trump? You couldn't even talk about the man. As a lot of things have changed very dramatically. As Time magazine had this interesting article saying why Amazon's move to drop Parler is a big deal for the future of the internet. It was a censorship effort to block and censor Donald Trump here, as Amazon has always had a very extensive, long history of working with the CIA. I mean, they are literally providing the hard drives and the cloud infrastructure for the CIA. Okay? All right? You're telling me the company running the hard drives for the CIA is doing something to go against Donald Trump's trade policies with China, which the CIA also works very closely on? As, of course, Jeff Bezos also controls the Washington Post. The Washington Post has always been known as like the paper of the intel agencies. Whenever the intel agencies want to send out certain messages, they do it through the Washington Post. Now Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. He also owns a lot of very kind of lucrative contracts with the Pentagon, with the CIA. Very, very interesting. As a lot of people now are looking at him being like, maybe this guy has a little bit more something to do with the bigger scheme of things that are unfolding in this country right now. And the stuff that they're working on when it comes to mass surveillance, facial recognition, terrifying. Now, a lot of these tech billionaires have lost a lot of money. And again, we saw a lot of them kind of cozy up to Donald Trump, especially Mark Zuckerberg, who is the most kind of incredulous actor here. There's a whistleblower. We'll get into Mark Zuckerberg in a little bit, but that guy spent, what was it, nearly $500 million to help elect Joe Biden in 2020. And now he is also being accused of going over to China and helping China develop advanced artificial intelligence in order to help defeat the United States. Interesting accusations against Mark Zuckerberg. As of course, what do you think Jeff Bezos is doing? What do you think Bill Gates is doing? They're running over to China and they're saying, what do you guys want? We'll give it to you. Let's go. Let's go make some money. Let's go do something. Now, a lot of the billionaires are losing a lot of money because of this kind of tariff, trade war, stock market shenanigans that are unfolding right now. In my opinion, good. They had it far too good for far too long. And they had government-initiated programs that literally forced people to buy Walmart, forced people to buy Amazon, forced people to be on Facebook. Not literally, but figuratively, as of course they shut every other aspect of life down. They shut down small businesses. They shut down mom and pop shops. They shut down American infrastructure that, of course, we were reliant on, that we liked, that were able to, of course, have a seat at the table. And they were kicked out very violently during the coup years. And during those coup years, these guys became richer than ever. So, you know what? What Donald Trump is trying to do, trying to bring back some of these small mom and shop businesses here in America, trying to give them a fair shake. I think in light of everything, even though I disagree with their kind of policies here. But in hindsight, what happened during the coup here, I absolutely 100% agree with Donald Trump trying to bring back American businesses, American manufacturing, mom and pop shops, and try to give them a fair shake here, because the whole system is rigged against them. And the only person that's speaking up for them, that's trying to institute policies for them in a way where we actually have an opportunity and chance here to make it on our own. Because that used to be the American dream. The American dream was, this is the land of milk and honey. It's the land of opportunities. It's the land of freedom. And then slowly and surely, the communists, the woke brigade, the Democrats started to restrict and destroy all of that with their neoliberal policies that, along with the neoconservatives, just absolutely whittled away any kind of economic opportunities that previously we had before us. We had it really good. Now, the billionaire class has it way too good. Now they're finally getting recalled. Now they're finally getting checked. And Donald Trump's doing that, and Donald Trump has my support in that. Even though I still want to see the tariff prices. I want to see where does that probably come from. But the dream here, the goal here, is something important. Do you think the CIA, China, are working through Jeff Bezos in order to attack Donald Trump? What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Stay tuned for more. We got like 4 more videos coming out later on today. Subscribe. I think we are negative 781 subscribers. Yes, we are negative for the last 28 days. Subscribe. We need 782 people. There's thousands of people watching this video. Subscribe. Click the notification button. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.